So I just want to come on here and say, lately I've been going through kind of a lot. Things haven't been going quite how I planned them. You know, the goals, a lot of the goals and stuff that I set for myself just didn't really work out. They didn't pan out. That's all right. That's I'm not coming on here to just complain, but I want to to kind of share this with you so maybe it'll help anybody else who's going through something similar. A lot of it, pretty much all of it's my fault. I'm not coming on here to play victim or do anything like that. I spent a lot of years wanting to be an entrepreneur, which is crazy to now that I'm here, that I'm thinking about, like, god damn, what an aspiration. Because I think younger people don't really understand what that takes entirely. But yeah, I mean, that it all started from me feeling desperate for success. And I was so, there's a whole backstory as to why I'm not going to get into with this video, but I was in such a place of desperation. I was so desperate for success that I couldn't move, really. It was I couldn't move forward with a clear head, and it was just everything was just, all my decisions were being ran through. Does this help me get to where I want to be? And if you're going, I say this because if you're in a similar place, I would recommend not not doing it. Don't act out of desperation. And I know there's a lot of content out there that's going to fight me on that. You need to be hustling and grinding and all this stuff, and you can use that desperation as fuel. If there's pain coming from somewhere, you can use it as fuel to help get behind you, to catapult you to success. All this crap. And maybe it's not crap. I understand for some people it might be good. Maybe it can be used as healthy fuel if you're already working on something and then you just want to hunker down and say, I'm going to make this thing work now. Maybe that's better. I don't know. I've never been to that point, but I've been at a point where I just had nothing going. All of a sudden, events happened in my life that made me really desperate for success and money and stuff. And I started operating out of that place of, fear and pain and desperation. I needed it. It's not healthy. It doesn't lead to success. At least it didn't for me. It led to a lot of years of trying to bang my head against the wall, just trying to make something work, anything. And then you're not committed to much of it. You think you are, but then once it's not working for like 4, 5, 6 months, you're just like, this sucks. I need to pivot to something that might happen faster or whatever. And also, like, I'm trying to make myself do things that I just didn't like to do, maybe hated, and the thing is, it's so stupid because a lot of people act in this way thinking that, once I get there, then I'll be good. Once I get to a point where I'm making money, it'll be worth it or whatever. And it's like a light at the end of the tunnel. And what I realized is that there's no light at the end of that tunnel. It's just more tunnel. If you don't like the thing that you do, well, that sucks, because what are you going to do when you get successful at it? You start making money, you're going to quit? No, you're going to do more. That's what I mean by the tunnel keeps going. There's just endlessness of it. My advice is to not act out of a place of desperation. That desperation seems to come from, you're desperate for success, like I was, desperate for money, which kind of ties in with that, or you absolutely hate your job, and you just feel this need to get out of it. That's all three of those, right, are grouped together and headed towards the same place. They're all operating out of the same place, and they're like in a car. They're like carpooling friends. They're all just going the same destination. So in my advice, in my experience, I would say you don't want to operate out of a place of desperation. You don't want to let that emotion start making decisions for you. Well, then comes the question, well, what do I do, right? And I think the best piece of advice I could give out of my experience is to just, just keep moving forward. Um, Actually let go of your idea of success. Whatever, find out what it is that's making you desperate, and really ask yourself why. I gave myself like a self therapy session, and I was like, okay, why do I need this so badly? And I was like, oh, it's because of this. And I'm like, okay, well, why is that still affecting me? And it's, well, it's because of this, and blah blah. And you just kind of work your way back, and you'll find some answers. I really think so. If you actually sit down and you genuinely want to get to the bottom of this, I think you'll find some answers, and I think it'll help. And maybe you'll be able to let go of some stuff. Keep doing what you're doing. If you hate your job and you can't keep doing what you're doing because it's awful, just change jobs. Don't try to become a millionaire. Don't get that in your head. Don't start falling for these gimmicks you see on social media for like get rich quick schemes, or whatever. And I think you should get yourself into a position where you're not operating out of a place of lack, a lack of success, or a lack of money, or a lack of enjoyment of your life. You want to get yourself to a place in life where you're doing okay. And that should really just be the goal. Like just try to be okay. And keep moving. Things will sort itself out. Let go of the things that are making you feel like shit. Really. If it's some girl that left you, or some guy, let them go. They're not here anymore. Stop trying to get them back. I think that's a good place to stop right there. I think that's good. I think I got the message across. So yeah, do you live free, be happy, be healthy. Stop beating yourself up. All right? Till next time.